This time I actually saw the miscreants do it. The usual thing is chicken or duck tracks. I saw 3 ducks run across this. It's dry enough that they didn't make huge marks, but there's still duck prints there. There they are. So yeah, you just can't do it. You just can't lay concrete without something stepping in it. I'm out for the afternoon walk around, and I got my generator running because the sun was enough to charge the batteries up by 20% today. Not enough. I need to get them up to about 70% to be able to get them through the night, and we didn't get up to 50 on sunlight alone. So I'm put my rubber boots on so I can trek through the mud, go down and see how the canal's going. Well, here I am near the end of the canal. I could get there if I was sure of where the boards were that are on the ground. I stepped off a board before and I nearly didn't get my boot back, so I'm not going to be too brave. But there's the end. Somebody's written their initials in it, or written their name in it. Lord knows what that says. But yeah, there's only a little bit left to do on it now, I'd say, by the look of it. That's where my boot went in. But yes, a little bit of a waterfall down there. Probably just a bit of touch-up work tomorrow. And maybe take off that reinforcement that sticks out. The bucket of the backhoe's filling up again. Well, it hasn't bucketed down rain overnight for once, and it's just gone 9 o'clock, and already my solar panels have provided more charge than they had all day yesterday, so I won't be quite so stressed for range anxiety tonight. But it looks like we're making real headway on getting a roof on the workshop. This is all a bit exciting. The wall is getting prettied up. As expected, work is now to resume on the auxiliary canal. Now it looks like they're doing some final prettying up on the things are coming along nicely. Okay, I wasn't expecting a frame right at the end there, but okay, I guess. It's a while since I've been out the front, but I've been seeing hand carts of gravel go past. So yes, there's been another truckload of gravel delivered. Well, there's a lot less of my roof at the front of the rice factory than there was. A lot of it's been carried down to the work site. If you've been watching these videos for long, by now it should be redundant to say it's rained again. But yes, it's the post-lunch survey of the situation. So let's go and see what's happened to the roof and to the canal. Looks like they're just doing refining work on the canal at this point. They've been cleaning up the bucket mixer, the machine a bit, with a view to removing the mixer from the machine, which I was reluctant to do until we could be sure that we could get it back on again. But now that we've mostly finished mixing concrete, we've got a bit more flexibility. Fence beautification continues. And what they're doing up here is they're making the angle bracket mounts for sticking the ends of the trusses down to together. So that'll continue for a while. You can see they've got 3 trusses lined up at this end and 1 at the far end, so it's going to take a little while. Well, I heard some activity on the machine, and lo and behold, Az was going to retrieve the backhoe. And I noticed he hasn't coupled up the couplings. I don't know why that is. Well, that answers why the bucket drains. It's got holes in the bottom, but it was filling because they were on the ground and filling plugged with mud. And looking at where the backhoe was, it wasn't trivial, but he got out without getting stuck and didn't make too big a mess across this area. We lose the connection on the hydraulics and got the couplings done up, and now try and smooth way to the rice factory. Not a lot of surplus room in this corner, especially when it's extended out like that. That left track looks a bit loose. Now it's back to where I brought it from so many months ago. I see progress on the roofing, which is good. The canal for the northwest and west end is progressing. That's a handy rail I designed into to stand on. Okay, so we're going to do a manual concrete mix. I don't know why this is so. Mind you, we probably couldn't get that mixer back on the CTL at the moment if we tried, because we can't crack those hoses to relieve the pressure, which we had to do twice on the backhoe. Reserves, there used to be several piles of rock positioned around here. They've all gone, so they must have just had just the right amount for the canal. Story with that delivery of gravel out the front is there's going to be 2 truck pulls, and it's for concrete over in the parking area, front of the building here, and across maybe in this area. But there's still got to be that other 5 centimetre layer of the building itself yet, I think. Which would mean that can't be the last of the cement bags. There'll have to be more yet if we're going to cement all that area. the after dinner end of day walk around. They made good headway on that pile of gravel. The rice factory is running one of its machines. Go and look at that. So they're running a machine that blows the husks off, or the loose husks, blows them out the back. So they take that and looks like they put it through several times. When it's good enough, they put it in this other machine to the right. I'll go and show you the stream coming out the back. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's like it's sort of raining husks. But you'll also see there's been a big divot taken out of the middle of the pile. I think bits of paper are supposed to be coming through there. And they must have found a use for the husks. Well, at the end of the day, we've got the web trusses up for the south section of the roof, and their foil stuff across the top. Be interesting to see how far they get tomorrow, whether they're going to continue putting foil on that side and then put the purlins on and then the roof sheeting, or whether they'll do the web truss on this side first. I think they'll probably complete the other side first, then hope we don't get a strong north wind. This is where that first truck full of gravel is coming, stacking it next to the sand pile. Got most of that section of canal done, and a little bit at this end to do. The reason for this little divot in there is that's for where the overflow from the input to the top was supposed to come, so that we'll get a sloped edge in. Well, I wonder what this is about. They're taking away the dirt beside the wall. Sorry, fence. Don't quite understand the purpose behind that, but then again. There's another wheelbarrow that needs wheel work. I don't know what they do to them, but they stuff them up thoroughly. And from the change of sound at the rice factory, I now know they are running the engine for the rice polisher. These guys obviously need some wet concrete. I've started bucketing down rain at about 3 o'clock this morning, so that's probably what's just disrupted that foil up there. I see Angela's going to have a go at reattaching the bucket, the mixer bucket. He needs to tilt that attachment plate a bit. Yeah, I might have to go and give some guidance. Fortunately, we managed to get the couplings done up without having to crack any fittings loose, which would have been tricky. So more concrete to be produced, and it's starting to rain, so I'm clearing out. It's a post-lunch bramble. There's still gravel to be removed, or moved, but there's rice drying going on here and across the road and all over the place. Fine sunny weather, so the rice is being dried. That ain't how it worked. But yeah, I think it's forecast to rain again tomorrow. It'll probably rain overnight. But it's pretty warm in the sun at the moment, I can tell you. So let's go and see what's happening at the shed. Oh, that's interesting. Now they'll move the foil further down. I get to say, I don't understand again. Okay, I kind of have some vague recollection of Jabita saying something or other about a garden bed. Wanting to grow chilies along here or something. Could be what this is. The only thing I can think of. But yeah, it's still too muddy for me to wander down there without going and putting my rubber boots on. I could, I guess, go along the east side of the east wall, then walk along the south side of the south wall, fence, and come out there on a completely dry path, but yeah, too much work. Yeah, okay guys, I don't know what you're doing up there, hope you do. So we have the rendering of the inside edge of the canal here going on. So that's the extent of it. And this would be this morning's rain. It's the end of the day walk around and the gravel pile is diminished. Things are busy at the rice drying area at the rice factory. They're just about to start bagging up the rice by the look of it. Well, there's already some of it being bagged. But, away they go. Here it looks like they've got all of the south slope foiled and purlins running across it. Wonder if it'll still look like that in the morning. Kind of almost looks like we've got half a roof. Okay, Jabita's confirmed it's going to be garden beds, 2 separate ones, front and back. And presumably to that far and no further. Now, I want to see if I can go around the back. And we've got our first render layer on the outside of the canal. By the looks of it, the first layer on the inside of the canal. Well, I've made it down to the creek end of our canal. So there's a bit of an oxbow there. You can see what Jabita mentioned, yes, there is a cemetery there. But there's the view back that way, with Jabita starring. But yeah, so first time I've seen this creek. And there's bound to be lots of mosquitoes. But we have water flowing because of all of our water sources. Time to go back. Well, it's morning walk around, and by now it should come as no surprise. It's raining again overnight. And looks like we're finished with that concrete tub. So that's actually a wooden box that's now embedded in concrete. So they're going to clear it up and presumably put concrete in front of the driveway there into the building. And yes, we're getting the front trusses put up. Now, the interesting thing there is that the back one that you see between the end of the building and the wall, so you've got the columns to the left there, and then the wall, and up top there you've got a truss between them. That truss is sitting on a concrete beam that goes out from the wall to the column to the left. There isn't an equivalent for the front truss, so I'm not quite sure what they're going to do there, if anything. And formwork's coming off the tank. Woohoo! Mortar mix has been made in the machine this morning. That will be for the garden beds around to the western end of the building. And there they are, bricklaying on garden beds, rendering on canal. I'm sure there'll be some prettying up of the tank roof at some stage. Make that a little bit more tidy on the sides. There you can get a bit of an idea of the gap between the lower roof and the upper roof, which will be filled in with polycarbonate sheeting to provide a skylight. Well, they managed to dig the wooden tub out. Not sure if that'll ever get recycled. Looks like scaffolding's coming down at the east end. Oh, I'm forecasting more truckloads of cement sacks. It's going to take a lot more if we're going to start doing flat areas to the east and north of the building. Well, preparation of the area in front of the building's continuing, making me think that they're going to be laying concrete there real soon now. But I need to edit this down together a bit and get it uploaded because it's going to be getting long again. So more later.